So I just recorded for the past 30 minutes for this video, and I realized that the mic wasn't on. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing the extended battery grip with the classic battery grip from custombatterygrips.com. So I've done individual reviews of these two grips on my channel, so feel free to go check them out. But I thought it would just be really fun to put them head to head against each other. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, I'm Freely and I make videos about cameras including tutorials and reviews with a main focus on the Canon M50, but not limited to that. If any of that interests you, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Just to get it out of the way, there is no difference in terms of battery life between these two grips. So they use the same exact 18650 battery cells, and there's no difference whatsoever in battery life. The only thing separating them is the design along with the setup. So if you're deciding between these two grips, I just thought to let you guys know now so you're not watching the entire video and only getting your answer later on. With that out of the way, let's talk about similarities. To see what makes them different, we first have to look at what makes them the same. So like I mentioned, the battery life is exactly the same. They take the same exact 18650 battery cells. And by the way, if you're wondering if you want to know what I use and what I recommend, I have them linked down in the description. And lastly, they have the same tripod mount screw. That right there is the tripod mount screw, and it's pretty much the same across these two grips. So that was it for similarities. It's very short, but the differences really lie in the design and the setup. So first off, the setup between these two battery grips are different but pretty much the same, with the only difference being that one uses tools and the other doesn't. So to set up the grip, it's a very simple process. First off, you're just gonna put the dummy battery inside where you would put a regular battery, but then when you close it up, you're gonna open up this little rubber port at the bottom, and then from there, you can mount the camera onto the grip. So for the classic grip, you're pretty much gonna use that spin wheel on top of the unit to mount the camera onto the grip. In contrast to the extended grip, where you're gonna have to use a flathead screwdriver to screw the camera and mount it onto the grip. So that's where the main difference lies. One uses tools, one doesn't. But that's essentially the difference between the classic grip and the extended grip. If you had to ask me, I prefer the classic grip setup because I just don't like having to bring tools around, and the thought of carrying around a flathead screwdriver along with a hex bit screwdriver for the extended grip is just not appealing to me. So that's it for the setup. The next thing that really sets these grips apart is the design. So I took the time to measure and get the dimensions for this grip along with the weight of these grips all together. I wrote them all down on my phone. So let's start off with the extended grip. So the height of the extended grip without the M50, so just the grip, is about 4 inches and 10 centimeters. So the height of the grip with the M50 on it is 5 inches or 13 centimeters. Now we can contrast that to the classic grip, where the height of the classic grip is about 4 inches or 10 centimeters, and the height with the camera on top is 5¼ inch or 13 centimeters. So as you can see, the grips themselves are pretty much the same height, but when you put the cameras onto the grips, the classic grip adds about 1/4 inch in height. So while I was editing this video, I noticed I didn't get to clarify why the classic grip adds 1/4 inch in height even though they're the same height. So if you look right here, this is the extended grip and this is the classic grip. As you can see there, the classic grip adds, I'm guessing, about 1/4 inch to make room for this spin wheel right here. So if you look here, this is where the battery tray would be sitting. Same thing right here. So adding that spin wheel adds a little bit of height. And the reason why I said they're the same height, I was basing it off this highest point right here on the side. So if you look, they're actually very, very close together. They're not exact, but if you round it, they're about 4 inches. So just to clarify, this is what made the difference in height. There's also a difference with the width of these grips. The extended grip is about 5¼ inches or 13 centimeters wide, and the classic grip is 4½ inches or 11 centimeters wide. So I also took the weight of these grips. So the weight of the M50, for all you guys' reference, is 1 pound and 2.3 ounces or 518 grams. And the weight of just the extended grip is 6.5 ounces or 186 grams. And combine the extended grip and the M50 together, you get 1 pound and 8.8 ounces or 704 grams. Moving on to the classic grip is 5.1 ounces or 146 grams. Combining the classic grip and the M50, you get 1 pound and 9.4 ounces or 720 grams. So as you can see, the weight is not much of a difference between the extended grip and the classic grip, and it almost makes no difference, with the only difference being about 16 grams or a couple ounces. I can't do the math right now. I've also got a comment on this channel before asking for a reference in scale for these grips and other cameras. So I took a picture of my dad's Canon 60 right next to the battery grips, so you can see the size comparisons and the scale between a full frame DSLR and the M50 with the battery grips. So with the weight not being too much of a difference, the differences really lie in the height and the width, with the extended grip being about 5.25 inch and the width of the classic grip being 4.5 inches. The classic grip is gonna add about 1/4 inch in height compared to the extended grip. So it's important to take these into account, especially if you're planning on putting the Canon M50 plus battery grip on top of gimbal. The height is gonna be a little bit of a problem, especially if you're planning on like putting like a external mic, like a shotgun mic, onto the camera while it's on the gimbal. You just gotta take those into account. So that concludes the differences in design. So now we're gonna move on to which battery grip is for you. So like I said, when it comes down to it, the only differences between the classic grip and the extended grip is the design and the setup. The classic grip is going to be a lot more easier to set up due to the toolless setup design. The extended grip is going to be for those that find themselves needing that extra hot shoe if they're mounting like an external mic like I have right now, or maybe they even need an extra like light and a mic on top of their camera. For some people, that's pretty much invaluable. The classic grip does add 1/4 inch in height to the overall setup, but the fact that it offers a very minimalist design and pretty much just being exactly what a battery grip is made to do, add more battery and add more grip to the camera, it's pretty much invaluable for the person that wants the classic grip too. So I'm not just gonna say that the classic grip is better than the extended grip or vice versa, but I do want to say that just choose the grip that fits your needs the most. So what do you guys think of my comparison between the classic battery grip and the extended battery grip? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And just a quick note before we go, the growth on this channel has been absolutely insane. As of the recording of this video, I currently have 770 subscribers, so there's a lot new faces and new commenters commenting on all my videos. So this is just a little hi to say hi to everyone. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just say their channels by name. So shout out to Aaron Yang, Ziernel Vlog, John Pessa, I really hope I'm saying these correctly, Spy Josiah, and Loading Liam. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos and subscribing to the channel. If you're subscribed, hopefully you're subscribed. You should be subscribed. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll be getting to your guys' video ideas in the near future. If you got some value from this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you want more videos just like this, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post something new. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.